Hello students. Today we will do Social Science, History, Chapter 4, The Mughal Empire. Two modules we have already done. Today we will do Module 3 of this chapter. In two modules we have read about the Mughal Emperor Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan. Today we will read about Aurangzeb. Let's begin. Aurangzeb, the greatest Mughal ruler, was Aurangzeb Alamgir. The period was divided into two phases: North India 1658 to 1680, Deccan 1681 to 1707. Aurangzeb, Emperor Shah Jahan's sixth son, was born on 24th October 1680 at Dohar in Madhya Pradesh and wrested India's crown from his father before the end of June 1658 after defeating his brother Pinsdara Sukhau armies. He, the eldest son of Shah Jahan, was resented at Shah Jahan's court as the designator high. Suz was the governor of Bengal, Bihar, Orissa. Aurangzeb governed the Deccan and the Murid was governor of Gujarat and Malwa. Aurangzeb took his own father prisoner. Suza's army was routed in battle and Murad was lured in false agreement and taken prisoner. Dara eventually collected together another forces, suffered defeat as before, and once again he fled. But soon he was betrayed by one of the allies and handed over to his son. He was an Orthodox Muslim. That is, in 17th century the court was divided into two groups, that is liberals and orthodox section. Since Jahangir and Shah Jahan was forward-thinking rulers and liberals were more powerful, however Aurangzeb's time was more rigid and convenient. The orthodoxy gained power. Simple life, never wore costly robes, gold, silver vessels, sweeped cabs and coined off. Aurangzeb was known as Zinda Pir. The revolts which Aurangzeb took was Jats, Agra Mathura region, Satnamis, Bundelas, Rajputs, Sikhs and Marathas. Moving further towards the Deccan policy. Last 26 years concentrated in Deccan, tried to crush the power of Marathas, annexed Bijapur and Golconda. He was very difficult to administrate there, so Aurangzeb was failed there. The Mughal administration. The Mughal administration had Central Asian, Persian and native Indian tradition. As the head of empire, the ruler enjoyed the absolute power. Moving ahead towards the central administration. Many officers would assist the ruler in his administration. The Wazir-e-Azam, that is Prime Minister, the Diwan, head of Revenue Department, the Mir Bakshi, the head of Military Department, Mir Saman, head of Royal Household, the Sadr, that is the manager of grants and donations made by the kings, and the Qazi, that is the chief judge. Now the powers, provincial administrations of Aurangzeb. He called Subs head, that is Sabdar. Sub was divided into Sarkars and Praganas. Leaders over there were Kotwals. Moving ahead towards the revenue of Aurangzeb. Land and trade were the two main sources of income. Todarmal's brand boast, that is, land was properly measured. Land was divided into three categories: good, average, and bad. In 1580 century, the Dehshala system was introduced. Under this system, the average produce and the average price of thus that is called the year was calculated and the tax to be paid was fixed on this average. Generally, one third of the amount was the ruler's share. The ruler also encouraged trade both internally as well as overseas. India exported spices, textiles, indigo, and scepter in Central Asia, China, and Europe. Military administration. Students, Emperor Akbar introduced Mansabdari system. That is, the word Mansab means the rank or the position. Mansabdar therefore was a person with a special position or rank, which determined his salary and military responsibility. Mansabdar were promoted, donated, and transferred by emperor's decision. The Mansabdar's rank was based on two elements, Jat and Savar. Jat was the Mansabdar's own salary, while Savar was the number of clairvoyants under them. Each of them was expected to maintain 2 horses. The salary of Mansabdar was fixed in cash but was paid in the form of tax from Zangir, that is land, he was granted. With this amount, he had to fulfill his household expenditure as well as pay the salaries of his soldiers. The rank of Mansabdar was not hereditary. Therefore, after his death, his Jahangir could be assigned to someone else. Moving further towards elsewhere at the same time. In 1547 century, Ivan IV Vasilievich, the first Kaiser of Russia, was crowned. The term Kaiser was used for the Emperor of Russia till 1970 century. Ivan introduced the centralized rule of the emperor in Russia and suppressed any opposition and challenge to his authority. As a result of his cruel action, he was also known as Ivan the Terrible. This was the end of the chapter. Hope you have watched all 3 videos of the Mughal Empire. Thank you.